Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 30 of Direwolf20's Satisfactory Let's Play series, where I'm on the way home. For the most part. I'm taking the scenic route, just because I can. And I'm just picking up any stuff I find along the way, like that crash site that I found up at the top of this mountain. That might be trickier to get up to than I would hope. Let's see how much luck we can have jetpacking our way up there. Remember, jetpacking verticality is a lot trickier than horizontal, right? But we'll get there. I think we can manage this. I think it's doable. Just gotta be a little careful. Just gotta plan your route a little bit. You know? It's possible that we'll make it. Just gotta find outcroppings to pause on. That's really the trick. If you can find the occasional outcropping to pause on. Oh, or whatever this is. Roots of some kind. That works too. Ooh, hello barrel nuts. So between episodes here, I've just been kind of wandering a little bit. I think I was here when we wrapped up last episode. I went north. I found a beacon, but it required things that I don't know how to make yet. Or, not a beacon, a hard drive. So I couldn't unlock it. Then I found bauxite ore vein, which was cool. And now I'm kind of wandering my way over this way. On my way home-ish. One of these spitter dudes. My favorite. Come here, you. Really need to get some better weapons. That's all I'm going to say about that. I just need to find better weapons. That would be smart. That would be a smart move. Now, I think the actual hard drive itself... Here we go, drop pod. Nice. 20 megalots and 2 crystal oscillators. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. I might be able to make 2 crystal oscillators. Maybe not. It's one of those things that I rarely have the crystal stuff on me. So crystal oscillators needs 36 quartz crystal, which needs quite a lot more quartz crystal than I have. I have 1 of these, but I don't even have enough to make 1 more. That's a bummer. Maybe I should drop a beacon here then. Hard drive. Sir, how rude. Not polite. Get back here. Ow, that's gonna hurt. Hang on. I made myself a medicinal inhaler. I'll tell you guys how to make those in a second after I deal with this mess. Thank you. Ooh, hello, circuit boards. I could grab them. Why not? Medicinal inhalers are cool. Definitely worth getting if you can. It's a quick research. And then you can make them either, if you've got some mycelia, it's less nuts and berries, but it's a lot of nuts and berries if you don't have mycelia. Definitely recommend the better recipe here. I think you can find this recipe unlocked in the mycelia tree. But they are pretty much instant full health, so like 1 use equals full health. As a result, you tend to not want to use them until you get lower on health, but still. So yeah, we need another crystal oscillator here. That's a bummer. I don't suppose we happen to be near any raw quartz, right? Like if there's raw quartz within the immediate area, that would be cool, but no. So HD crystal oscillator is what you're going to be. Okay, and then we're gonna. Hey, look, I can see my house from here. Look, there's my railway and everything. How cool is that? Beautiful. Beautiful world that we happen to be living on here. Alright, let's jetpack our way down. I'm just going to, like, wander in this general direction just to see if there's anything cool. And then we're going to basically make our way home-ish. There's a summer sloop. But remember, they still don't have a use yet, so I'm probably not going to waste the inventory space to pick them up. It looks like there's a hard drive around here. Doesn't look like there's a hard drive around here. Oh, that's a power slug. Hold on, my bad. Yeah, I still haven't remembered that power slugs do that. That it defaults to power slugs. It's probably right under me is what it is. I would wager. But really, crash sites is what I'm looking for. Oh, 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 oh. Caught myself. Caught myself. I did take a quick look to see if Modular Power Suits thing is updated yet. Like I said last episode, hey, there's a purple though. That is definitely worth. That is definitely worth the trip. The Modular Power Suits mod itself is available, remember, but the mod that adds all the modules that I want is not available just yet. So hopefully sooner than later we'll be able to make that happen. Wow, I'm taking a lot of damage really quickly, aren't I? Give me that purple slug. Huzzah! Made it. Cool. Yeah, definitely stop to get a purple slug when you can. So, long story short, I'm on my way back to my base. I think we're pretty much ready to unlock Tier 7 and 8. We'll have to find out when we get there. But I would hope that we are pretty close to being able to do that. And we'll find out in a minute when we get back. I'm gonna make my way back. If I run across any more crash sites that I haven't already looted, of course, I will let you know. But I'm probably wandering into territory that I've already been to before. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Water? Interesting. Pure water. Well, this place is cool. I'm going to beacon this. I should have beaconed the nitrogen that I found, but I'm assuming that my scanner will be able to pick that up once I unlock that. I don't know how that works. That's one of the new things. Water? Question mark? I have no idea. I don't know what that is, but it's cool looking. Alright, heading in the general direction of our base at this point. I might make my way up there just so that I can, you know. I like walking, when I'm walking back, I like to wander around paths that I haven't been yet. So just find a spot on your map that's, you know, not filled in, and then use that to make your way back to your base, right? And then hopefully that means that you'll potentially run across a crash site or something cool. You never know what you'll find on this planet. There's a lot of random, weird, wonky stuff. That's really what it comes down to. There's just tons and tons of junk all over the place, and there's good things to find for sure. See, like there's a crash site over here that I might have missed, or maybe I already got. I don't know. We'll find out. But it's close. It's close, whatever it is. I don't know if I've looted this one yet. I guess we'll find out. Yes, we have. Bummer. Bummer and a half. It's alright. We're going to make our way pretty much straight back to our base at this point. Yeah, we've absolutely, you know, reached the point where we've looted all this stuff. So, I'll meet you guys back at the base, and I'll let you know where we stand. Hey, look what I found. You know, part of me says, you know, while I'm here, I should pick up some stuff. Some of the quartz and whatnot. The other part of me is like, oh, right, I have, like, no inventory space available whatsoever. I could snag 2 stacks of it. I mean, it wouldn't hurt just to snag a bit. How much do you stack up to? 100? Not great. Not terrible. How's our MAM situation doing? Because we should be getting close. Oh, look, this did finish. Alternate recipe for circuit boards. These two are not exciting at all. People keep telling me, like, the water method of refining resources is good. Right? So, instead of it being 2-to-1, it's 1-to-1, but you need to add water in. So that limits where you can build these, which can be a huge hassle, I guess. And this thing, I don't ever need a lot of these. Alternate blueprint for automated miners, no. It's such a cheap recipe as it is, and it's not like you're ever auto-crafting these. So it comes down to these two. What's the normal one? Well, I've already got the quick-wire version of it. But this is even faster than quick-wire. This is 12.5 per minute instead of 8.75 per minute. But it needs it needs silica, which we can get from raw quartz. So if we brought our quartz home, we could combine copper and silica. I don't know. I like it better than the other one, I guess. I'm going to drop my last hard drive into the research. We'll see if we get something cool. And that mostly just frees up another inventory spot for one more of you. Huzzah. Anything else in here I can just, like, void? Probably don't need the raw quartz anymore, so I'll snag another 100 of those. What else can I get rid of? Chainsaw? No, I'll hang on to that. Pretty much everything else. What I should do is just make more crystal oscillators while I'm here. That would be the smart move. That would be the smart move. Let's do that. I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did is I made as many crystal oscillators as I could, ran out of cables that's needed for them, so I just grabbed as many of the quartz crystals as I can, and we're going to head home now. So I'll meet you back at our base. You know what's crazy? I never noticed it before, but here's another one of those water nodes. I don't know how this works. I really don't. I don't know what this is for. There's like 4 or 5 little ones around it, and it's right next to my base. Like, you know where we are? We're like right here, right next to my space elevator. Let me tell you guys, it's nice to be home after a long expedition. Whew. Good times. Really, really nice. All right, how do we make out? Not bad. Bunch of junk that we brought back with us, for sure. Definitely a bunch of junk. Let's see, what else can I put away? I don't think I need these heat sinks at the moment just yet. And I'm going to put away in here all of these dudes that I brought back with me. That looks good. I'll even put away my bauxite for the time being, because I don't need that just yet, but probably will very soon, if I'm not mistaken. Cool. Now, you should have a minor net gain going on here. It looks like you're doing okay. Because remember, I amped up... Yes, I amped up the production of cabling here, remember? Yes, very amped up, actually. To the point where 2 amped up. Really? Am I making, or am I not making enough copper wires? That could be. Oh yeah, I definitely am not making enough copper wires. Rip-a-roni. Oh well. It's alright, we'll live. Let's see how close we are to tier 7 and 8. And then we can refactor and figure out where we're at with all our resources and whatnot. So, what we should have over here... No. Over... here? Are you... Let's turn you off to standby mode. Right? I'm going to snag all these dudes, and we'll see what's up. Because I think we're really close, if not ready, to do tier 7 and 8. We'll find out. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. So I need 500 modular engines and 100 adaptive control circuits. So the automated wiring, why was I making more of those? Was that for the... That might have been for the adaptive control circuits? Feel like that might have been it. I remember I set aside how much inventory space I needed for everything. So that was an important bit. So that might be over here, right? Is where we put these. So it's going to be 8 times 50 is 400 of those. So these are your adaptive control units. We're getting close on that. That might take a few minutes. Oh, man research complete. Let's see what I got. We got biocoal, a steel version of the rotor, which I really like the idea of. Really like that. And combining copper with electrum to get this. This would be nice too. 90 per minute instead of 30 per minute. It would involve getting caterium, gold basically. But this recipe for the steel motor, 5 per minute. I already have an alternate recipe that involves copper and more screws that does 11 per minute. So that's a lot faster. It's a lot faster to do the steel and the more screws. Though this doesn't need screws, which is always nice, but it's only 5 per minute. So I think I might go this route, just because it's such a good copper recipe. 90 per minute, that would be pretty cool, instead of the standard 30. So it's 3 times faster. It needs more copper, a little bit more copper, but instead of like 1 to 2, it's like 4 to 30. So yeah, it's definitely more efficient on resources. I'm gonna go that route, sure, why not? Let's do it. I like that. Alright, how are you guys doing? There we go. Those are your modular engines that we needed a lot more of. Let's go investigate how close we are to being done with this. So I like that recipe. Yeah, I will probably need to use that one. I liked the other recipe. I did. I just liked the copper wires more. That's the bummer with the random recipe thing, because what you'll find is sometimes you'll get 3 mediocre recipes, and sometimes you'll get 2 good ones. And you're like, we couldn't... It's terrible. Alright, so that's 400. So we're actually really close, but not quite just yet. We're waiting for just a few more of those modular engine things and the control circuits. Shouldn't be long, but we're getting there. That was not it. It was this dude. We'll see how we make out. Yeah, we'll see how this works. Alright. So this guy needs a few more computers going on. Actually, he should be close. These last 2 computers and heavy modular frames. This last bit of iteration might be halfway to adaptive control circuits being done. Or no. Might be fully. Because that's 50 now, right? Did I already put 50 in there? Or was that... Do I need to make another batch? We're going to find out. We're going to find out right now. This guy's wrapping up his crafting as well, which is cool. We're super close to being done here. I'm really interested to see everything that's in Tier 7 and 8. Because I know a few things that are in Tier 7 and 8. But there's a lot of stuff that was added in the update that I haven't seen yet. So I'm thinking a lot of it is actually, in fact, in Tier 7 and 8. So that's only 50, huh? Okay. So what I'm going to have to do, then, is get another stack of computers and heavy modular frames. And that's going to be what's up. And then we're just going to need to wait a few minutes. And think about refactoring this whole setup, probably. How are you doing, by the way, modular frames? Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so... Did I math these wrong? I might have mathed them wrong. You know what? It's 2 computers and frames. I think I was seeing that as 1. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, so that won't be too bad. It's 2 per minute, so... And we need 50 more of them. So 25 minutes. And you were working on a handful more of... You're almost done, realistically. Yeah, you're going to be done in a few minutes as well. So I'll come back and, like, you know, I might overclock this one a little bit more just to get it done. Should be fine. We might be struggling for power a little bit, but that's okay. We've got batteries for that reason, right? Right. Nah, we're fine on power. I think we've got a lot of machines off at the moment. So one thing I might do, just because I'm starting to think about, all right, how can we make our factory a little bit better here? We're not using a lot of these just yet. I might just switch this up and change this recipe. So I could select recipe here. We could do wires, right? And then just void this extra. And then what we could have is just this go away. This go away. Are you not a merger? You are a merger. And you're a merger? Oh, I need to rotate you, don't I? Yeah. That'll just get a little bit more copper wire going. I don't know how much copper wire we're using, but clearly more than we can handle. So hopefully that'll get things, you know, back into the net gain realm. We'll find out. We'll find out. There's once we hit tier 7 and 8, I feel like it's going to be time to refactor some of our stuff, right? Because like these are still Mark 1 miners. You know, those guys down there, I forget if they're Mark 1s or 2s, but like there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, see, look, they're still Mark 1 miners as well. We've still got some slow belts going on here. Like there could be a lot of cleanup that happens around this base, especially once we hit tier 7 and 8 and unlock some new stuff, right? Absolutely could happen. And are we lowish on iron plates? We can't possibly be lowish on iron plates. No, but we're probably using a healthy amount of these plate things. Somewhere-ish. Oh, you know what it is? It's these guys. Modular frames. Yeah. I've got them really cooking. What was the alternate recipe on modular frames? Because there was didn't we find one? An alternate recipe for modular frames? Yes. It's steel pipes and 2 reinforced plates. And that makes 3 per minute instead of the normal 2. So if we... Yeah, that could be cool. That could be cool. We just need to get steel pipes over here instead of... So basically what you're saying is... Instead of iron rods, bring steel pipes. That shouldn't be so hard to do, right? Shouldn't be too hard? It wouldn't be too easy either, is the problem. How many steel per minute do we need? Modular frame, alternate recipe. So it makes 3, and it's 3 per minute. So it would be 10 steel pipes per minute, right? Yeah, 10 steel pipes per minute. And if we're crafting steel pipes, we get 20 per minute. I'm just thinking out loud here for a minute. Yeah, it might be doable. It might be doable. I don't know. We really should consider just re-engineering this whole base. I'm thinking about it. I legitimately am. It's not bad. Though, you know what we could do? We could just branch off this line right here. That might not be terrible. Are you a dedicated crafter, or what's your deal? Your deal is that you come off of here. Okay, so no, you're not dedicated, but that's okay. We could run this parallel to this guy. And then where would you need to go? Here? Not bad. My screws are kind of in the way, but we can make this work. So what if we removed you guys for a sec? Just spitballing this. And we did... that. And then we had a splitter-ish. Are you going to fit here or too encroachy? Too encroachy. How do we feel about that? I feel pretty good about that. Steeled frame, right? And the steel pipes come in. And we're getting 7.5 per minute. I mean, that's better than the 5 we were getting a minute ago. But man, are we hurting for reinforced iron plates or what? Are we still making smart plating? I didn't think we needed too much more of that. I thought I had you on standby. I don't think we really need much more smart plating, right? We're done with that, aren't we? I feel like yes. And I thought you were always making enough iron. He's running at 87%. He should be running at 100, I would think. Oh, you know why? Because I overclocked him. That's why. That's why. And I probably didn't overclock one of those guys. So how much? So we need 45 per minute. And what are you guys making? 20 each? Yeah, 20 each. So I could overclock one of these guys, right? Just to help it out a little bit. That should be fine. Okay, so that fixes that. Yeah, no, that's cool. Okay, let's go check in on this bad boy, because he should be nearing done-ish. Yeah? Yeah, he's done. So that should be all of these things that we need. And you now are getting there. You've got a few more to make. A few more to make. We're getting close, though. We're about halfway from the last point we were at before. We're really close. All right, so that ramps up modular frames a little bit. It's not that much faster. You know, it's making 7.5 instead of 5. So it's like 50% faster. But still, it's an improvement. We still need 10 for the heavy frames, though, which is the bummer. But we'll deal with it. When I get around to refactoring, which is something that I have been saying I need to do for a while, that's when we will do the thing, right? All right, let me just... What I'm going to do is probably just... let's see. So we've only got a few minutes left in this episode as it sits. What else could I fix / refactor real quick just to improve whatever we got going on? What I would like to do... Let's jetpack it up for a minute. I might make it. Nope, not quite. We'll do this thingy. Foomp. Foomp. It's the most satisfying sound in the world, isn't it? Foomp. So this is our factory, right? We're doing pretty good. There's a few... honestly, 95% of what we're making is pretty good. We just need a few more modular frames, which is a little bit dire-wiry. What I could probably do... Because the steel's going in there. Where does this stuff go? This stuff is no longer really needed, per se, right? Correct. It's still nice to have these, of course. Very much nice to have these. So it's not like I'm going to get rid of that making thing. But what we could potentially do... So you only need 5 per minute of these reinforced plates. And how much are you making, buddy? So you no longer need to get reinforced plates. And you're making what? 7.5 per minute? So if I upgraded this speed again, and maybe overclocked one of these dudes. So now we're doing 60 per minute total over here. And you are needing 60 per minute and 120 screws, which is fine. Right, now you're making 10 reinforced plates per minute. We could double this guy, because I don't think I need smart plating anymore. So what we could do... You're already getting reinforced plates, right? I could snag your motors. We could change this recipe to be alternate steeled frame, right? You'll get reinforced plates now from the splitter once I reconnect you. That's what I did. I didn't set them to standby. I set them to... I removed this. That's how I turned off my smart plating, right? And then we just need to get some steel pipes in here, which seems exceedingly doable. So what I'll do is I'll disconnect this. I'll rerun this. We'll do this tricky thing. Okay. Put a splitter on him. And then over here, you don't need rotors no more. Okay. This no longer needs to be a splitter. I don't even remember why this is a thing. I'm sure it's important, but I don't like that it's angled that way. It's annoying to me. But it's going to be annoying. It's going to be even more annoying to fix. So let's just let it be wonky-ish. Okay, and then you to there. I'm gonna make you a Mark III lift over there. Okay, so that should make you be making heavy frames now. So you need 5 reinforced per minute. You're making 7.5 per minute. You can be fully overclocked. You're gonna need 5 per minute, making 7.5 per minute, and that will be cool, right? I think that's doable. I mean, we need a decent amount of steel pipes for this, but that works, right? And you're making 10 of these per minute, and you should be cool. Screws, hopefully 120 is okay, but since we're not really using rotors as much anymore, I think we'll be all right. I guess we're gonna have to see. How's my rotor situation looking? Not bad, but what I might do is this trick. Right? So then he'll back stuff soon, and then all my screws will be dedicated to this thing. And don't forget, I'm still making screws the old iron way over here. If we really needed to, we could amp up screws with steel. Does that sound smart? Probably. Now all we need to do is throw a merger into here. And how's that look? Cool? And now we're making more frames than we need per minute. Right? We're making 15 per minute of these frames, and we only needed 10 for our heavy dudes. So that is going to improve this. This should now run at 100% speed. And that'll be pretty awesome. So now this will be at 100% efficiency, I mean, not speed. You know what I mean? Cool? Alright, so let's wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. When I get back next episode, this will be done crafting, because he's only got about 5 minutes left. Okay? Next episode, we'll hand this in and start on tier 7 and 8. Sound like a plan? For now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We sorted out our modular frame stuff, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, that was a good move, replacing the smart plating. That actually worked out pretty well. Alright guys, Del20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.